Hello there, David Risley here from the Blog Marketing Academy at blogmarketingacademy.com. Today we're going to continue with our list building challenge, going with installment number 7. Today is another take on what we were talking about yesterday with regard to using paid traffic. Now, it's a topic we're not going to stick with because I know that many of the listeners here probably don't feel as if they're ready to spend any money on their traffic. That's something that I hope to possibly disabuse you of at some point in the future because it really is an important thing to be able to do these days, but that would be a topic for another day. Today, I want to talk about doing it in the form of something called retargeting, okay? We talked in the last one about using a Facebook campaign to speed up the growth of your list by reaching out to brand new people who have never had any form of connection with you before, okay? However, there's another way of doing this, and that is to reach out to people who have been to your blog before but did not opt in, okay? See, that last campaign was going out to brand new people, the one we talked about last time. However, we all have people all the time that come to our blogs, maybe check out something, but then they leave and they never opted into our list. So what happens when that happens? What happens when they bounce off your blog and they never got onto your list? Is it a lost cause? Well, no, it's absolutely not. See, you can actually add them to something that's called a retargeting audience. Okay, and basically it puts a little cookie on their machine, Facebook's cookie or the Google Ad Network. It's completely anonymous. You don't know who they are, but basically it allows you to reach out to them with a paid ad that's usually much, much cheaper and possibly circle them back right into your email list, even though they left your site previously, okay? So I hope that makes sense to you, how this can work. It's called retargeting. You've probably experienced it many times as just a regular internet user where you go to some website, you're checking something out, and then suddenly you're on CNN.com or some other site that has nothing to do with it, but you see their ad there. It's like, is this company advertising everywhere? Or maybe you're on Facebook and suddenly you see a sponsored post from that company right there in your news feed. Well, they're not advertising everywhere. You're just being retargeted, okay? And you can totally do the exact same thing. I actually highly recommend it. And the other thing is that retargeting traffic is usually going to be much cheaper. Usually. It's not always. Sometimes it actually can run you a little bit more depending on the nature of the people and the ad itself, but it can typically work really, really well. So here's the basic plan that I would recommend for you here. I would recommend that you set up your retargeting, what's called a pixel on your website, okay? Now, if you want to build up that retargeting audience with Facebook, then just put the Facebook pixel on your site. It's just one little blob of code. You throw it on there, done deal. You never have to worry about it again. Same thing with Google. You could set this up with Google. And then over time, you're going to be building up this retargeting audience. It's something that you can do even if you don't intend to actually start running any ad campaign to them. But it works really well if you utilize this strategy for list building because it will allow you to capture people who came to your blog but did not opt in, and then it gives you a second go at them to get them right into one of your dedicated landing pages where, as we covered in the past, you can typically get a 30 to 50% opt-in rate. If you can get them to click on that banner or that sponsored post on Facebook and bring them to that landing page, you can have a 50-50 shot at getting them on your email list, whereas before they just kind of read one of your blog posts and took off. So it's a pretty efficient way to go and definitely something that I recommend that you do. In many ways, the retargeting list, I've called it the second list. The email list is by far primary and will always remain that way. However, having that second list, which is your retargeting list, can come in pretty darn handy when it comes time to activate your audience to do stuff, okay? Because we don't want to only rely on our blog to do this. We need to be able to reach out to other places on the internet where our audience is hanging out. Okay, so that's it for today. I will see you next time where we'll bring this back in-house. We'll stop talking about the paid stuff and come into what we can do on our own site. See you next time.